Things change faster than you think. I'm Chris Matzer. I'm 60 years old. I am disabled. When I was a teenager, I was in the Civil Air Patrol. It's an auxiliary of the Air Force. It involves some military training and some ground search and rescue. In the Civil Air Patrol, you have to work together. You have team responsibility. We did a lot of missions in the Civil Air Patrol, the majority of which involved crashed airplanes. We spent a lot of time on weekends going to the Blue Ridge Mountains, having somebody drop us off on a Friday at one end of the trail and practicing with our map and our compass, the things we had learned. How are we going to get there? And being out in the Blue Ridge Mountains, in a sleeping bag under a tree, there's more stars than you can see down in the suburbs, really tunes you into nature and connects you in a way where even though you know you may next weekend have to look for somebody lost in the same woods, you don't fear of the woods. Well, I injured myself on the job, and it quickly became apparent that this was pretty serious, and this was a kind of work I couldn't do anymore. And I was going to have to find another way to make a living and pay my bills. It forced me to think, to reevaluate what could I do, and how was this injury going to change my life? And what I was hearing from physical therapists and doctors was, you cannot take a desk job. That's going to kill your back. It's going to ruin it. You need to find something else to do. So you have to have a job to pay your bills, but you can't do the job you're doing. There's some turmoil. In the Civil Air Patrol, when you're looking for a lost person or a lost pilot, you have a strong feeling of responsibility for wanting to help that person. And at the same time, you've developed a certain independence in taking care of yourself, getting your uniforms dry cleaned, getting your equipment in top order, being always ready. I want to be independent and do things, but I physically can't do things now that I used to. Now I'm the person who wants to help. I had to give up my weekend walk in the park, which I really enjoyed. It's not going back to nature to the extent where I used to be hiking and camping, and I used to sleep outdoors in the forest. But it's not just being in an office building all day. You know, you can hear the birds, you can see the ducks, you know, you can see all the turtles on the branches, and it just smells different. You do become more isolated. In my case, because of my numbness in my feet and the muscle spasms, I found going up and down my front stairs very difficult. There's no railing that goes all the way to the bottom. There's nothing to hold on to. I had thought about extending the railings on the front steps to go all the way down the stairs to give me something sturdy enough to hang on to. And I believe the last quote I got was $2,500, and it wasn't something I could afford. Every time you fall, you wonder, what have I done to my back now? Have I made it worse? Am I that much closer to another expensive surgery I'm going to have to recover from? One of my nurses suggested I contact ramps and see if I qualified for a free wheelchair ramp. And I thought, I think I need that. I think I need that help. And it was an amazing what a difference it made that I can now leave the house. Having something that went right. You call ramps and say, I think I need a wheelchair ramp. I'm struggling. And having them come through for you makes a huge difference. On a nice day, I can go down to the center of the ramp onto the little platform and get some fresh air and feel the breeze. It's one step closer to getting back to nature in a way. Maybe next year, I want to be able to walk around the park again. As soon as you get out into the trees, being able to watch the stars, the few that you can see out here, there's a kind of lightness you feel. You thoroughly enjoy it.